Well, good morning. It's April 22nd, 2012, and my name is Trevor. I just completed the 5-hour stair climb at the Calgary Tower yesterday, and I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of background about the race, how I felt, how I'm feeling. I'm actually starting to recover. After the race, I pretty much spent the whole day in bed. I couldn't move. I have to tell you that this was the most difficult race I've ever done. Not because of the duration. I've climbed 5 hours in a row before. I've climbed 6 hours. I've climbed 12 hours in a row. But doing it in the Calgary Tower is quite different. It's actually, and doing it in a race format obviously is quite different as well. When I got down to the tower, it was very well organized. The Alberta Wilderness Association does a great job of putting on an amazing event. And we're very well organized. Started right on time at 8:30 in the morning. It was great. I was able to warm up well, and carb loaded very well for the event. Everything was very set out strategically for myself, and I did very well in terms of leading up to the event. And I was able to make sure that my body was ready for the race. But the race is tough. First off, the Calgary Tower is 50 floors, or about 800. I think it's about 802 steps or 820 steps. And the only thing that's really tough about the tower is the step up height. I believe every step up is about 8.5 inches, and so I double step everything. So it makes it really tough. It's almost a 17-inch step up height, where I'm pretty much used to, I believe, probably about a 12 to 14-inch step up height if I'm double stepping. So it makes it really challenging. Your legs are really giving it 100% all the time. So the tower it's a magnetic or a metal staircase, which is not a huge deal, but it's just a different platform to race on. And the thing that made this race interesting was the elevators at the top. There were so many people around, and before the race they announced that one elevator wasn't working. So the majority of the racers, or every racer, or every competitor, or all climbers tried to get into one elevator at the top. So as a competitive climber, we had two staircases to climb up on. So there was just a casual staircase and then the competitive staircase. So I always went on the competitive staircase, which was great, but you're still weaving in and out in between people. So which was very tough, and you're trying to push as hard as you can, and for the competitive racers out there who are watching this, it's tough because you're trying to push and people are a little slower and you're trying to get in and out, and it takes some time to do that. So and when you get to the top, obviously there's casual climbers there, so it's not all competitive climbers, and you're trying to push your way to the front to get into the elevator, and you kind of feel like a dick. You kind of feel like, okay, I really shouldn't be pushing or trying to get into the front, but you're trying to really get a good time. And for me, I wanted to break my previous best of 28 laps. With one elevator down, it was really tough, and I missed going down on an elevator once, and I kind of thought that might have been the hard thing to beat the record that I set last year at 28 laps. But it was not bad. They got, after the second hour point, they actually did get the second elevator to work. So that was nice, and it allowed people to use two elevators to get back down to the bottom. Overall, the climb was pretty good for myself. I felt really strong, probably up until the 4th hour, I think. Then I started to hit the wall. It was really tough from the 4th to 5th hour. I tried to hydrate and eat as much as I could throughout the 5 hours, but I felt it was tough, and I had chocolate chip cookies there, and I had a feeling that other climbers were eating my cookies. It was just tough strategically to hydrate and fuel yourself properly throughout the race. I found that really challenging. I brought G2 with me and some cookies, and I thought, probably retrospectively looking back, I thought it's probably not the best thing to eat, but throughout a race like this, but it's kind of a thing I've trained with, so I might as well just keep eating that as well. So overall the race was pretty decent, but I felt it was extremely tough and really hard, harder than last year actually. I don't know why. I don't know. I think there was so many more people, and one elevator was down. So the conditions weren't great, but still managed to pull off a fairly decent lap time of about 27 or 28 laps completed in the 5 hours. So I was pretty happy with that, and you know, everyone was really gracious. All the people at the AWA were amazing, put on a great event. And the only thing I really want to say that is a little bit critical, and I'm not being super critical here, but I wish there was more awareness of the competitive climbers. Just because we put so much training and effort into our daily training and into the races, it'd be nice to get the stair climbing a little bit more awareness, or the climbers a little bit more aware. You know, maybe hand out more awards or more recognition. But you know, maybe that's just ego talking. You know, maybe I want the recognition for myself. So I don't know. Just throwing that out there. You know, for me, I put a lot of time and effort into this, and it's tough that, you know, you walk away with nobody really recognizing you at all. But some people do, obviously. But yeah, and I know that a lot of you guys watching this probably feel the same way. So, you know, my goal is to help spread a little bit of that awareness to the mainstream media and the people around. So anyway, that is pretty much my rant and my synopsis of the race yesterday. I'm going to continue training and probably take half a week or a week off and just kind of relax and let the body kind of ease back into normal, feeling a little bit normal. So if you guys have any comments, questions, please post below. And as you can see, I'm not totally myself because I'm not super hyper anymore. My body's just completely, I think, a little bit trashed, but kind of feels I'm a little bit spacey, but I feel still pretty decent. So I'm going to recover, take the next little week to recover, and I'll keep posting some videos and my training and my outlook for the future. Thanks for watching, and have a fit and healthy day.